Hi, my name is Hitesh and you're watching Metasploit Extreme on Kali Linux. Below is my email ID and my homepage as well, where you can actually contact me and can leave your feedbacks. Now, let's try to hurry up with some practicals. But before that, I would really like to mention a note out here. That note is, please keep your patience in this video. Because if you have already heard this name, Metasploit, then you might be quite fed up with this kind of video. What I'm going to show you in this video is that old DCOM vulnerability that was there in the Windows XP. Now you might be saying, hey Hitesh, you have promised that you will work on the Kali Linux and I'm going to use the backtrack version in this video. So guys, I'm not breaking up my promise. This is the only video where I'll be using the backtrack. After that I'll be using the Kali only and I'll proceed up with the advanced ones. But really guys, there are some people who have started the Metasploit just with this series. So to make sure that everybody is synchronized and everybody is working with me, I'll start up with this video and try to guide up with a step-by-step procedure how actually Metasploit can be useful and how to perform some practicals on it. So if you're already aware about the backtrack Metasploit, then no need to watch this video, and for those who are watching this very first time, make sure that you also practice this video. So what we are going to do in this video and what we are going to need in this, first of all, we are try to explore the backtrack architecture of the Metasploit, so that after which only we can understand what is the difference between the Kali backtrack, Kali Metasploit and the backtrack Metasploit. We will also explore the directories and the architectures where actually the Metasploit is being kept earlier and where actually it is being kept in the Kali Linux and what is actually the difference in them. Of course, for all of our systems we are going to use virtual player, and in this series, in this particular video, I'm going to use Windows XP Service Pack 0. So make sure that you have all the stuffs by now and practice each and every command that I'm going to show you. This video is specially dedicated for those who have started this Metasploit or heard this term for the very first time. So I'll make sure that everyone understand everything and can master all these stuffs. So let's move back to our systems. What I have done, I have my backtrack 5R2 version here running, and here is my Windows XP Service Pack 2 running. What I've done so far is I've just gone through with the command that is ipconfig. I hope you are quite aware about this command. It gives me an IP address of my machine 192.168.52.134, and now let's move back to this backtrack. Now what I have done here is, if you'll go through with the cd/pentest/exploits and do a quick ls here, you will find that framework 2 is out here. Let me zoom out, it's just exploding my pixels. Let me zoom it a bit. I hope it is visible. Let me do it one more time. Okay, I hope it is quite visible now. So let's move back to this framework 2 and do a quick ls here. You will find dozens of files are out here, some on the green, some on the folders, and likewise. So this was the previous architecture where exploits are being kept in the exploit formats, encoders, the payloads, and all these things. I hope you have heard some of them, not all of them, but you have heard some of them in previous videos. So we are not going to focus on this each and every file in the backtrack. Instead we are going to focus them on again on the Kali Linux. So this was my whole idea, so that you can explore all these directories and later on we can directly jump onto the Kali Linux. So what we are going to do in this series, if you will hit the simple command that is MSF console here, let me close this window and move back to my previous window. I have just hit a simple command that is MSF console here. Now once you will hit MSF console, it may allow you to open us the Metasploit framework itself on the command stream, but it will take some time. That's why I have already loaded up all the things. Now here we are going to type and learn first command, that is search, and in that I am going to search the DCOM. I don't know why my M is shifting to this message box particular every time. Okay, so let's try to search with the deco, and later on I'll try to find out what is wrong with this machine, because I'm not going to use this machine for a very long time. So make sure that you try out with the search DCOM. It will give you a fast result. Okay, so we have got dozens of result out here because I have searched for the deco, but I'll make sure that you find out the correct one. So here we have got an exploit that says Windows DCE RPC MS03026. It's quite a kind of a very famous exploit out there for those who are watching it for the very first time. This is quite a famous one, and it's very simple to use. To use any of the exploit, just type the command use and then paste it. Whatever the exploit, just put the complete path. It is in the exploit directory, in that it is in the Windows directory, and so on. So once you have done this, now the next command will be show options. These are the really important command, and you should be aware of all of this. Now after the show option, it will prompt you that the remote host or the target address is not being filled. So what we are going to do, we are going to set our host value, that is 192.168.52. it's our Windows XP .134. Let's double check it if the values is being filled by again pressing show options, and yes, this time it is filled. Now if you remember the story, there was an exploit, there was a vulnerability. So DCOM is the vulnerability out here in the Windows XP. We have loaded up our exploit, but now to actually get some data or anything out of that Windows XP, we need one more thing. Yes, that is payload. So how to set a payload? We will use set payload, and you can use the Windows payload. Actually that would be shell. If I'll hit double my tab key, it will load up all the available modules, and I'll use bind TCP in it. It will bind a TCP, it will bind a remote shell, that is the command prompt shell on the TCP port. Okay, so let's again check show options if there is any other option being left for us. Not at all. So finally the magic command will be the exploit. So once you have exploited the machine, it will start up the Windows shell, that is command prompt on your system. What you can do, lots of, like you can do a dir or list the directories, or you can do any kind of cat. You can travel to the directories. Like right now I am in the C drive. I can create some folders like mkdir hitesh 1234. Now the folder is being created out here. Let's check it out. I'll go to the C drive here. And here it is, Hitesh 1234. I can create one more folder, that would be mkdir h1234. Now one more folder is being created remotely on the machine, and this is how actually the simple Metasploit work. So I hope you are quite aware now what is capable of Metasploit. This is not only the Windows XP Service Pack 0. Lots of time it can compromise lots of much bigger than this. But make sure we start up with this simple exercise, and once you complete this. Now one more important thing that you would really like to know about this is really interesting. Many times I have found users that they are not quite getting the sessions and all these things. So for that, make sure that whenever you type anything out here, just make sure that you hit one command, that is ping 192.168. Really forgot the IP many times. 52134. 52.134. So make sure you attack all these scenarios and loads up everything after once you have checked that the system is connected to your computer. It would be something like that. You want to hack into a Google, and if you are pinging to the Google, it is not replying to a ping. That means you are not at all connected to internet. So make sure that everything is fine, ping is working, and all the commands that I have typed are working. Also, for your benefit, what I have done, I have already written all these commands for you, and I'll give this notepad file in the exercise files on the video. So I'll make sure that you run and grabs out everything out of my video. Thank you so much for watching, and let's check out what's there in the next video for you.